Barricade's clear.
Rest of the forest is clear too, Dix.
All right, Guzzo. Radio command. Area's clear.
This the same command who told us the area was already clear?
I'm getting real tired of that mouth of yours, Guzzo. The Sarge may have put up with it, but I won't. You reading me?
Yep. I got you, Sarge. You had that one coming, Guzzo.
From what I heard, it was quite the ass chewing.
No. The Americans are rightly miffed. We were supposed to take this river days ago. Command, it's too conservative. Fortune favors the bold.
Kinda hard to do with Jerry pinning our convoys down.
That ends upon our arrival, Sergeant. It ends when we get up there.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's Gene from MGZ Gaming. So, I know I'm still doing the talkovers on this. I know this video, these are all kind of long. I'm gonna post some other videos up eventually soon, because I know not a lot of people like to watch these long 30-minute videos. But I'll have some shorter videos that come up a little bit later in time. But for now, deal with it, because I like to post videos up. If you enjoy watching them, then sit through them and watch them. If you don't, no one's has to watch my videos. If you don't like the videos, don't click like. If you don't want to watch them, don't watch them. But if you want to watch this one and have a discussion on this, what is with the game of Call of Duty lately? I mean, I look at this game and I look at like World at War and even the original Black Ops. I miss all those old war games where they were talking about like the Vietnam War, World War I and II. These games to me, they were awesome. They were cool. They were something different. And now all the games, they're all futuristic. I'm not getting into this. No, I just got Black Ops 3. I had it for PS3, which the PS3 version sucked. It was kind of a trick when you bought it. Because then when you really looked at the case, it told you there was only a thing with like the multiplayer and the zombies on it. But there was no campaign mode or nothing like that on there. So that was kind of disappointing, but I got it. It was a Christmas gift anyway, so it was whatever. And I still played it. I didn't get on there and play the zombies or anything really. But on PS4, I finally obtained Black Ops 3. And I'm going to tell you the one thing I really loved on the game, which I've only played a couple of the missions, nothing big. I've played the multiplayer with the bots because if anyone who knows me and you watch my videos, you're going to understand. I hate playing online. The only game I ever really played online was on Modern Warfare 3 when I played Infected. Besides that, I was not much on playing any of the Call of Duties online. I mean, not so much. I mean, I get my ass whooped, but everybody does. Everybody's perfect out there. But that was just kind of the only game I really played. And once in a while, I'd play like Team Deathmatch or something. But you couldn't pay me right now to play these games online. They got the wall runs, the whole things with like super jumps, and in Advanced Warfare, you could kind of fly a little more. I mean, that was all. I mean, you always had the problem that pissed you off with Modern Warfare and all that. People would do the drop shot. You go to shoot them, they drop and go prone to the ground. And I've been guilty. I've done it a couple times. I'm not usually that quick on getting it to drop down. But once in a while, I'd land a good drop shot and I'd do it. But that's why I like Infected. It was running, it was surviving. It was a fun game to me. But with the whole thing of all these games now, their escape is no longer drop shots. It's flying through the air to get away. I'm just not really a fan of it. So, I mean, I'll play with the bots because the bots are not hard. And I get a little enjoyment out of playing the maps. But the thing I really am not liking so far of what I've seen, something I did like, but again, I don't like. Zombies, everyone knows zombies hard. Everybody does their Easter eggs, they search and they do all that. And that's fine. I've always wanted. I always wanted there to be a Call of Duty with the zombies. I mean, I've said this back whenever World at War first put out its first zombie map. That I would love to see a Call of Duty Zombies and a campaign. I was like, man, that would be awesome. You know, and they finally did it. I didn't even know about it. I had no clue. I got Call of Duty or Black Ops 3 for PS4. Started looking at all the extra stuff and all the things in there, and I saw the nightmare mode. I was like, well, this is weird because the screen showed a zombie eating a guy. So I was like, I'm going to try this out. I think it's like a zombie game, or maybe it's, I don't know. So I played it, and I was like, oh my god, it's a campaign of zombies. Well, then I found out later that all the maps in that one were the same maps in the campaign, which I don't know if the storyline or anything's the same or different, because, I mean, like, my wife's kind of played the campaign. I have not even played the campaign yet. And as for the zombie campaign, I've only played the first map, and that is all I've done. And then I think I watched a video on someone who posted, like, the whole game, but I only watched, like, part of the second map, because I was trying to figure out how to do some of the wall runs and all the things, because I haven't learned all that yet because I haven't played the campaign, but I kind of wanted to do the zombie one first. So, pardon me. So I mean, it was cool. I was like, oh my god, this is what I've been asking for since World at War. Something where it wasn't horribly hard. You didn't have to run circle strategy. Something where you could actually kill the zombies kind of easy, but it was a game. I was like, this is kind of what I wanted. Now I say kinda, because so far since I've been playing the zombie campaign, I've just noticed that, I mean, I get it because I've watched enough zombie videos because, I don't play on PC, but I watch a lot of people who do, because I love watching people's maps. When they build maps and everything, and you watch all those custom maps, people do awesome jobs at those, and I love to watch videos with them and see the maps people build. So I mean, that's, it's entertaining me. So I know enough about zombies to know, they have ground spawners and this and that. And the higher the levels, the harder they get. But that was the one thing I didn't really care for in the campaign. I mean, I get there's ground spawners and stuff, but it was like, it was a never-ending spawn. And then there was, it wasn't just zombies you're battling through. I mean, it was zombies, it was robots, it was people. I mean, it's just so far everything. It's just so much stuff going at once. And these zombies, they never let up. And there's like a pile of them. I mean, it's like, you look through a field, and even the first mission when you got to destroy this tank thing, you look through and you see like over 100 zombies. Well, you start killing them because you got to blow up this tank. Well, they never stop. They just keep coming and coming at you. And they're spawning under your feet. And then the zombie hug in that game is what made it really sucky. You'd be sitting there, you're shooting, trying to blow up something or do whatever you got to do. They grab you, they hold you, and you're just kind of paralyzed. So I think they did a good job of that game with putting the zombie campaign. But I think with the things with having you hold up by a zombie where they grab you and do the hug, that was not really a fan of in the campaign. I mean, especially when you're in more tight quarters of buildings making your way through, trying to get through somewhere, and the zombies just never stop, or boom, they pop up real quick and they got you, and you're being hugged. And it wouldn't be so bad if you could turn and do something, but I've noticed a lot in the campaign. I died a lot in the first mission because a zombie would pop up, they'd grab me, and when you go to turn to like knife them, or you go to turn to shoot them, it turns you real slow, and by the time you turn, you're stuck and you're dead. So I do think Call of Duty was really onto something with this map. But I think if people wanted the hardness of the zombies, they would go on and play the actual map that was intended for it. So I mean, it's not that bad, not horribly bad where I'm going to sit here and be like, oh my god, I'm crying over, because no, it's fun, I'm still going to play it, I'm going to beat it, and I'm going to do whatever with it. It was just one of those, I think they needed to die down the number of spawns a little bit, and they needed to die down the strength of them doing the hug thing. Now, I know you don't want a game to be so easy, but, like I said, if what I heard was right about the maps being the same, just only mixed up, you're playing, because that's what I watched in a couple videos. People were saying, oh, well, the map's the same as the campaign map, except they're not in order. I mean, that's cool and all if you want to use the same map, but, maybe, I don't know, maybe something a little different with the spawn. You know, and then the weapons. I mean, that's what I've noticed so far in the game. And when I've kind of played a little bit and watched my wife play the campaign, I noticed it wasn't like in the other Call of Duties where you can't pick up and resupply from someone's weapon. You got the ammo boxes. Now, I get that. I mean, I like the fact that they have ammo boxes and everything. That's cool. But I really like the fact in the game when you're running that you could actually stop and pick up someone's weapon and go. That was actually one of the perks I thought of the game, was picking up the enemy's weapon, because you know you could be running around the map holding one gun, and that might be not the gun you like, you know, and then you want to pick up one of the dead guy's guns, or you don't like his and you go find another one. That was the one thing I did like in the all the other Call of Duties. But the Call of Duties now, they're just getting too much for me though, too futuristic. Now I know I've said this before with the Advanced Warfare, and even at Ghost I was kind of going, it's getting a little too much. But this, I do believe now they're gone away from the old good maps and the good games. Like Modern Warfare 2 was great. COD 4 was great. I mean, these games, they were like more now. They were weapons that, you know, they actually have, you know, and even a lot of people hated this game. You know, some do, some don't. It just depends. But with the campaign, a lot of people didn't like Modern Warfare 3. I actually liked it. Now, I mean, the weapons, yeah, they were still getting a little, you know, they were getting there. Like, everyone had the gun they called the Super Soaker, because it reminds you of when we were kids. They had the Super Soaker water gun, and they had it was the PP90 or whatever it was in that game. But, you know, a lot of people were saying, oh, because these weapons don't exist. But, you know, at least with Modern Warfare 3, the weapons that didn't exist, at least they still had them kind of a, you know, like if it could have. You know, it was more of like a realistic thing almost. I mean, granted, some of the weapons weren't real. They're not real guns and stuff now. But I think it was a lot better still than how Advanced Warfare and all that got. I mean, it's too futuristic. The flying, jumping, your body turning into robot stuff. And Black Ops, Black Ops, even when I played the original Black Ops, it was kind of like, okay, I mean, I got it. It was like, okay, it's like more Vietnam era and everything and whatever. But then it started getting into the part where you had, where, you know, it was the numbers masons, and he was tripping out. Well, you know, there was a lot of things where they did with the government, and it was all weird things. So, I mean, if you really paid attention to a lot of the fictional stories and the rumors and everything, and, you know, and some of the true stuff that happened in that era, you know, and some of the nerve agent stuff, you know, so a little bit of that can make sense into a way. But then when they got into Black Ops 2, and it just went too far, like they were going boom into the future, then boom into the past, and you were switching back and forth. Even Black Ops 2, I played that, and I kind of enjoyed it, and I liked, well then, I liked how in the campaign you were like, okay, you can set up your own weapon class before you start a campaign mission. Now that was kind of nice. And I think you can do that in Black Ops 3. I think that's kind of the deal. I'm not 100% sure. It's like I said, I've only gazed over and saw bits and pieces because I didn't want to spoil it too much for myself. But you know, it was one of those things. It looks nice, like when you have certain things like that, but just it's getting too futuristic, and I'm not really digging that. It just sucks. That's the way to say it. It sucks. Now, I really, you know, and I heard it was always rumor they were going to do, they were going to put out a World at War remastered, and then Modern Warfare 2 remastered. Now, has anyone ever heard any more about that? Because I would love to get back and play those games. You know, I've played World at War again on a PS3. You know, and I never, at the time, the first Call of Duty I ever actually played was Modern Warfare 2, and that was the campaign. Then I got into playing the Special Ops, and then I did a little of the multiplayer, but not a lot. I didn't go crazy on it. I didn't even prestige, but I played it a little. It was kind of fun. But, you know, now all these lobbies and everything, they're hacked. And I heard, like, COD 4, a lot of people said, you know, for a long time the server was just gone. There was no more COD 4 server. And I haven't even checked it because I've heard some people say that it was there and it was back up. But, you know, it ain't going to be there for long. But even if it is, because everything's coming out PS4 now, so everybody's worrying about that. So that's why I still like these old games where they have the bots. Now, and I did have a comment on one of my other videos. And I think it was my video where I talked about World at War and it needs remastered and it needed bots. Because they were talking about putting that out. And I did have a guy who actually left me a comment on my page that said that he loves the bots on PC. And supposedly there's like a mod where you can play it with the bots. Which wouldn't surprise me. I've seen a lot of mods and a lot of stuff that people can do with them. But, I mean, PC, man, I kind of, you know, I wish I was good with that. I mean, I wish I was smart enough to sit down and say, you know what, I'm building a gaming PC. I mean, but I've seen those things. Like, I've even, just my own curiosity, I've looked up some. And, you know, you can get some that go from like, oh, yeah, there's a gaming PC for a couple $100 to, oh, a couple $1,000. I wouldn't even know what would be a decent one to do, and I wouldn't even know how to hook it up to play with a controller, because I'll be honest, if I ever did play on a gaming PC, I'd have to use a controller. There would be no way I could use the keypads. The only gaming PC I've ever really done in my life is when I played Oregon Trail back when I was in like high school and elementary, and yeah, that's not really gaming so much. And then, you know, Minesweeper and all those dumb games. So, I mean, if anyone also, because I know a few people out there and my friends and everything, they starting to get into the gaming PC. Now, do you guys do controller or do you guys use the keypad? And because then I've done a lot of looking up. I mean, my looking up is watching videos on YouTube. Now, I've seen where people have used the gaming controllers or whatever, and they've done it, but supposedly like there's certain software you got to buy or whatever to hook that up. Now, and then I've heard other people say there's not no special software. You hook like up an old Xbox 360 controller and you're good to go. So, I mean, I don't know. It's one of those, I don't want to really, I wish there was someone I knew locally who did do the gaming PC, because I would love to just kind of have a look and see how it goes on their side and how you can do it. Because I would love to play like some of these 7 Days to Die, the H1Z1 and all that. So I would love to play some of these games. PC and all those custom World at War maps. You know, I was shopping one day with my sister and my mother, I think, and they wanted to stop at a Goodwill one time. And I stopped and I actually looked and I saw they had a World at War PC disc for like $3 per sale. I was so tempted to buy it. I was like, oh my god, I could get this, I could figure it out, and I could get on and I can go and I could play all these custom maps. But then I stopped and I was like, well, I'm gonna hold off a minute. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look up some videos, because it was a Goodwill and the one where it was at, not many people really go to it, so I knew the game would be there, so I didn't buy it. And I just went on and I looked. It was too confusing for my dumb ass. So, you know, a lot of people, they build their own gaming PC. I would have no idea. I wouldn't even know where to begin or start. But that's one of the things I always loved about that. What's bad with the systems? You buy a game, you buy a system, you spend hundreds of dollars, and then after a little while, new system comes out, then you're just kind of screwed on the money and everything, because everything new is coming out. I have yet to buy a new system. Well, I did have to buy a PS3 because my old one, it just froze up and stopped working. But I bought my first PS3 was actually a gift for me. And then when that one went out, I had to buy another one. And then I actually bought one for another room, but ended up being that the one from the other room died as well. I bought that one used, got a good deal on it, and it lasted a little while, so I can't complain too much, but I guess it probably would have lasted longer if I wouldn't have bought a used PS3. But then with the PS4, it was a gift to me. I had no intentions on actually going to be going out and buying a PS4. And at first when I got it, I was happy about it. I was like, alright, right on. I had 0 games, and then times got really tough. I was going to actually try to sell the PS4, but I ended up keeping it because, you know, I don't want to get ripped off too much. And the person who gave it to me was okay with it when they knew about it. So they were alright. They were like, you know, here, you can go ahead, you sell it, that's fine. But then I had some awesome people from Twitch and YouTube. You know, they gave me a couple games. And and even the reason right now that I even got Black Ops 3, it was, I had to spend a few bucks on it, but not what you guys did. Oh man. And that's the price of games right now, just kill me. I mean, they're, you know, you're spending almost 60 bucks a game. It's crazy. When you can go to sometimes, and that's what I like about the PC, you can go to Steam and all that. You can buy some of these games when they go on sale real cheap. You know, they're not going to be brand new games and up to date, but you know, you can still buy them for Steam, do whatever, and they're pretty cheap. That's what I like about Steam. But yeah, but like my Black Ops 3 though, I had someone give me a couple gift cards, and I end up, by the time I bought Black Ops 3, I only spent like 10 bucks. And that was the only reason why I even got it. I mean, I got it, but it was not because I was going out paying almost 70 bucks for the game. And today is actually, well, yeah, it's actually the 8th now. So it's February 8th. So tomorrow, February 9th, is going to be Dying Light. Now, I don't even know. I've heard a lot of things like with that because they got the new DLC coming out tomorrow. And that's the thing. I mean, I'm not going to be jumping on the bandwagon getting the DLC right away. You know, I might wait until, depending how much I got after taxes or something, I might get the DLC, but I still don't even know yet because I'm going to look into it. Because a lot of people are saying with the DLC, it's easier, or it's cheaper if you have the season pass. And then other people are saying it's costs this much, so I don't know. I might not even get it, but I will. There will be spoilers with me on that one because I'm going to go watch it. Because I'm not planning on getting it right away, but I will watch that videos, and then I will go back and I will I'll play the game if I decide to get it or when it goes on sale. So yeah, so that's, I know I go all over. I start talking with one thing and then boom, I'm somewhere else. But that was originally my conversation though with Black Ops 3. It's so far I'm loving it. I'm liking the game, of the campaign with the zombie, what I played, even though I haven't played much. I just wish they would go back. I wish they would go back to either present time with war and weapons, or if they would go back into the future. Back to the Future. Wow, I just said a movie. That was totally wrong. Back to the Past. I wish they would go back to the past with the war, because I would love to play some of those old war maps again. See, I get talking real fast. I don't even know what I'm saying half the time. I get so lost. But yeah, you know, I love the games. They're fun. It's just, it's to the point though. I don't know if they keep going futuristic on these, if I'm gonna keep buying a Call of Duty game. I mean, there's some fanboys out there, and I'll call them fanboys, because they don't care what kind of Call of Duty map comes out. They will be the one in line buying it. But I can't guarantee after I played this one and Advanced Warfare that if they keep going forward like this into the future, I don't think I'm buying them no more. If they don't start going back to the past, or if they don't go to the present time with war stuff, I think I'm done with Call of Duty. I don't think you're going to see much more. I mean, I might do like how, like on YouTube, there's the Mandy Cabbage. You know, he does nothing and posts like Modern Warfare 2 all the time. Nothing else. Once in a while, you might see a Modern Warfare 3. And then I know a few other guys, they're still doing Modern Warfare 3 24/7. Then you got the ones who, they're up to date. You know, there's a lot of you guys who do it. You're up to date. You post the newest game as it comes out. See, I'm not really so much into it. Some people do it because of fun, because they like the games and they want to stay up on it. Other people do it because they think if they have the views, the new game, they're going to get the views. Now, that's not necessarily true, though, because you got to think when you go and you buy, if you're a YouTuber and you went out and bought, you pre-ordered Black Ops 3, you got it that night, you started recording and posting, you got to think about some of these big YouTubers who actually already had the game, and they got it before you because they had connections. And they already have stuff ready just to hit post, and they're up and live that day. So, It's going to be, with me though, it's going to be entertaining because I'm going through a lot of my PS3 games. I'm just looking at what I want to play. And I've been playing different games, playing a little bit of this and that. And it just really depends if I'm in the mood to post it. If I'm in the mood to actually hook up a little cord to my computer and hit record, debates if I'm wanting to post it or not. I mean, sometimes I'm that lazy where I don't feel like it. It's like I just want to sit here. I want to play. And even when I play, I don't worry about, oh God, I gotta get these high kill streaks. I gotta play a flawless campaign on hardened or veteran and never die. No, like this, I'm playing this on easy. And the only reason like this game, like normally I don't mess with a game on easy or hard. I'll leave it most of the time at normal. But on this one, it was this was one of those games too where the spawns were kind of messed up, and some of the guys just keep coming and coming until you physically walk forward. So this was one of them I put on easy for a reason. But yeah, but still though, even if there was little glitches in this game, like the one in another previous map, you couldn't get through a door when they told you to go left or right, and you had to go left. You know, I mean, this game had its glitches, which every game does. But at least it was still the war I liked. It was something from the World Wars. Weapons that were actually real. So, things that exist. So, because I'm pre-recording, where am I at? Yeah, I got a few minutes left, so. Any new games, guys, that you guys know it's coming out you want to play? I know, like I said before, I can't wait for South Park Stick of Truth 2. I've been looking it up. I know the game's there. I've seen trailers, but I'm still looking for release dates. I've yet to see when that game's getting released, but that will be the game. I will probably live stream on Twitch, and I will throw it right on YouTube. Just because, well, one, because that's a game I want to have on my channel. I want it there. I want to see it. And I enjoyed Stick of Truth so much when I played the first one. Now, it had its glitches too. It was kind of, on PS3, it was kind of hard, because some of the buttons didn't want to work right, but I still enjoyed the game. I had the trophies at 100%. Twice. I've beat it on one account and then did it on another one, got them 100%, and then I just played the game, probably beat it like 30 times, just for fun. But, so yeah, guys, I'll let you guys finish out the end of this video. If you stuck around this long, thank you. If not, then you don't hear none of this. This is nothing to you. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
men, form up! Good work, Cole. Nicely done. Perron could learn a thing or two from you. With our armor free to move, we'll soon own this area.